Hello friends, hope you are doing well. In last video, we studied about business services and its features. In this video, we are going to study about business services. As you know, business services are those services which help business to grow and help business to function smoothly. Business cannot be done in isolated manner. Business depend on many agencies which are known as business services. There are the different types of business services. Business depend on banking, insurance, warehousing, transport and communication. The syllabus is reduced and transport and communication is not there in our this year syllabus. So we will start the business services with banking. In earlier days, money lenders used to display their coins and currencies on benches or tables for the purpose of lending and exchanging. From there, the word bank has come. Meaning, a bank is a financial institution which deals with deposits and advances and other related services. Advances means loans. If we'll see the definition given by Indian Banking Regulation Act, then banking is defined as accepting for the purpose of lending from the public. Why the bank is accepting deposit? Because they want to give it in the form of the loan. Similarly, this deposit can be repayable to the public on demand, or they can withdraw it by check, draft or order. Banking company means any company which transact the business of banking in India. Now we are going to study the types of bank. The key for this will be given at the end of the video. There are total 9 types of banks. The first one is the central bank, then commercial bank, development bank, specialized bank, cooperative bank and many more. Commercial bank will divide into public sector, private sector and foreign bank. Cooperative banks will further divide into primary credit societies, central cooperative bank and state cooperative bank. So let us start with the central bank. The first bank is the central bank. Central bank is the apex financial institution. Apex means topmost. The apex means toppest one. So in every country there is one central bank which is at the top. Every country has their own central bank. In India, Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI, is our central bank. RBI was established in 1945 under Reserve Bank of India Act 1944. The major functions of RBI are: they frame the monetary policy for our country, they issue currency notes and coins, they act as a banker to the government, and similarly they act as a banker's bank to commercial and other banks in India. RBI keep control and they supervise all the banks in the country, so they are known as the bankers bank. So central bank is the toppest most bank in our country. The second type of bank is the commercial bank. Commercial banks are very important in the economic and social development of a country. Commercial bank has two functions: primary functions and secondary functions. Under primary functions, they accept the deposit and they give loans, while under secondary functions, they perform agency and utility functions. In India, commercial banks are divided into three groups. The first one is the public sector bank. In public sector bank, majority of capital is held by government, such as Bank of India or State Bank of India. These are the public sector commercial bank. We even call them nationalized bank. The second type is the private sector bank. Here, the majority of capital is held by the group of individuals, such as Axis Bank, HDFC Bank. So, Axis and HDFC banks are the example of private sector commercial bank. Even we have foreign banks. Here, the banks are established outside India, but they have branches in India, such as Citibank, HSBC Bank, or Standard Chartered Bank. So, these are the foreign commercial banks. So, in our country, commercial banks play a very important role, and they are three types: public sector, private sector, and foreign bank. The third type is the cooperative bank. Last year we studied about the cooperative societies. The bank which are registered under the Indian Cooperative Society Act are called as the cooperative bank. They are regulated under the Banking Regulation Act. So they are registered under Indian Cooperative Society Act and regulated under Banking Regulation Act. These banks are very popular in semi-urban and rural area. Their main aim is to provide credit facilities to the economically backward people like farmers and small scale business. Generally, the cooperative bank work at the different three layers. The first one is the village or taluka level, that is primary credit society. The second one is at district level, that is district central cooperative bank. The third one is at state level, that is state cooperative bank. Primary credit society, they work at village level and they collect deposit from the members. They also get fund from district and state cooperative society. This is the logo of Primary Agriculture Credit Society in Maharashtra. The second one is the District Central, which operate at district level. They take deposit from the public at the district level and they also get fund from state cooperative bank for the purpose of lending. The third one is the State Cooperative Bank. They operates at state level. They provide fund to primary credit society and district central cooperative society. Similarly, they monitor the district bank and credit cooperative society. The fourth type of bank is industrial development bank. These are the financial institutions which provide medium and long term loan to the business firms only. So the public, they cannot apply for the loan in industrial development bank. These banks will give loan only for the industrial development. The examples are Industrial Finance Corporation of India, Maharashtra State Finance Corporation, etc. The functions they performed are: they make the provision of medium and long term loan to the business for the purpose of expansion and modernization. So, the business can buy the technology and the machinery on the loan. Similarly, they underwrite the shares which are issued by public limited companies, and they even purchase the debentures and bonds issued by the different companies. The main objective of Industrial Development Bank to provide loan for the growth, expansion and for modernization of business. The fifth type is exchange bank. Exchange banks are those commercial banks which provide the foreign exchange transactions. The examples are Barclays or Bank of Tokyo. These banks provide foreign exchange. They perform the functions like they provide financing for the foreign trade transaction, they issue the letter of credit, they discount the bill of exchange, and even they collect the dividend, interest and profit. Exchange bank always do the exchange of foreign currencies. The sixth bank is the Regional Rural Bank. Regional Rural Bank were established in 1957. These banks are sponsored by commercial banks. The capital of regional rural bank are contributed by central government, state government and commercial bank. Central government provide 50% of the capital, state government provide 15% of the capital, and commercial bank provide 35% of the capital to start the regional rural bank. The functions of these banks to mobilize the deposit from rural and semi-urban areas. They provide the loans and advances to the small farmers, laborers and rural artisans. Mostly they take care of the rural area of our country. The seventh bank is the saving bank. The main objective of this bank is to encourage the savings of the people, especially in rural areas. Our postal saving bank act as the saving bank. So we can start recurring account or we can open the fixed deposit account in post office which will encourage the saving. Similarly, commercial bank and cooperative bank also act as the saving bank. The next type is the investment bank. Investment banks, they do not directly deal with general public. They have their clients as business firms and government organization. Investment bank perform the functions like they provide financial and advisory assistance to their customers. They facilitate mergers, joint ventures, acquisitions by undertaking research, and they provide the advice on investment decisions to the business firm and government organization. The next type of bank is the specialized bank. As per the name suggests, they are the specialized bank which support to start the business in specific areas. Export and Import Bank, that is EXIM, is a specialized bank because they provide financial assistance to exporters and importers only. They promote countries' international trade and they act as the principal. Principal means primary financial institution which finance export and imports of goods and services. So, Export and Import Bank is a specialized bank. The second specialized bank is Small Industries Development Bank of India, that is SIDBI. In 11th standard, we studied about SIDBI. SIDBI was set up on 2nd April 1990 under Indian Parliament Act. They act as the principal financial institution for micro, small and medium business. They promote, finance and develop small business in our country. They work as coordinator of institutions which engaged in similar activities. SIDBI are the specialized bank which are specially for the small business. The third specialized bank is the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is NABARD. In 11th standard we studied about NABARD also. NABARD is the apex institution for the agricultural and rural development. They provide finance to financial institutions and not to the individuals. They provide short-term as well as long-term loan through the regional rural bank. Suppose any farmer want loan, they have to approach their regional rural bank and through the regional rural bank, NABARD will provide them loan. They will not directly deal with the public but they will contact through the regional rural bank. NABARD is also concerned with the policy planning and operations which are related to the agricultural and rural activities. So we studied three specialized banks, Exim Bank, SIDBI and NABARD. There are new models of banking. First one is the small finance bank. Small finance banks are those banks which work under the Companies Act 1956. They are registered under the Companies Act and they are governed by the Reserve Bank of India Act. Similarly, Banking Regulation Act. Mostly there is no territorial restriction for these banks. The example of small finance banks are Jana Small Finance Bank, AU Small Finance Bank and Equitas Small Finance Bank. These banks are set up with two objectives. First one, promoting the rural saving, and second one, to provide them loan. Mostly they provide finance to that sector of the society which are not served by any other bank. That means very small businessmen and very poor farmers and very small industries like the cottage industries. They provide basic banking services like deposit and lending to these people. The second new model of bank is the payment bank. This is a very new concept and it is conceptualized by Reserve Bank of India. The main aim is to offer the financial services to small business and low income people. It is like any other bank, but it is not allowed to issue loans and credit card, but they can accept the deposit up to rupees 1 lakh. The example is Indian Post Payment Bank, Airtel Payment Bank, or Paytm. So we can make the transactions by using payment bank, but we cannot take loan from this bank. So today we studied about the types of bank and new models of banking. The key to remember types of bank is small rise. It stands for saving bank, specialized bank, regional rural bank, industrial development bank, investment bank, central bank, commercial bank, cooperative bank, and exchange bank. Please subscribe my channel, like and share this video. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment box. Thank you. Take care.